of 236 points out of 300 points. So it says here I passed the B1 exam here in the Schweiz. So how I made it? Let's get started. I'm Andy and welcome to my blog. For today's video, I will teach you or I'll give you tips on how to pass B1 exam in Telc here in the Schweiz. Last July 25, 2020, I took the B1 exam here in Bern as a part of their integration course here in the Schweiz. For 4 months, I went to school and gladly I passed the exam. I think it's nice to share it with you guys because it's fresh and I haven't seen any detailed video like this on how to pass the B1 exam. I really wanted to share to those people who will take B1 exam soon. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. By the way, B1 exam here in the Schweiz compared to other countries like Deutschland and Austria is quite different. So B1 exam in Telc here in the Schweiz has 2 parts. Number 1 is schriftliche Prüfung und mündliche Prüfung. So I wanted to be detailed in each part to help you to pass the exam. By the way, I received my certificate from Telc and it says I passed the exam. So it says here for my schriftliche Prüfung, I got 168% out of 225%. And for my mündliche Prüfung, I got 68% out of 75%. For the total of 236 points out of 300 points. So it says here, I passed the B1 exam here in the Schweiz. So how I made it? Let's get started. So let's start it here in schriftliche Prüfung. Schriftliche Prüfung divided into 4 parts, which is the lesen, the Sprachbausteine, the hören, and the brief schreiben. So here's my tip number 1 for lesen and Sprachbausteine. So all you have to do in this part, guys, is to review your lesson from A1 to B1. So it's necessary that you know how to use der, die, das, the nominative, accusative, genitive, and dative. It's also important that you need to review on how to use the verb, the construction of verb, the adjective, und Verben mit Präposition. Because it's more easier for us in this part if you're going to review all these things that I've mentioned. For the next step is just simple. Just widen your vocabulary. Well, always practice reading. Always watch movie, always listen to the music, always read to newspaper, of course, auf Deutsch. Well, if you encounter unfamiliar words, so put it down, write it, and translate it to your Muttersprache and memorize it. So memorize it with your mind and your heart. And of course, not just memorizing it, but use or apply it in your daily conversation. It's more effective, guys. Speak German daily in your daily conversation. Don't be afraid to talk or to commit mistakes. Don't worry, guys. German people are good. They will try to listen you and correct you if you got mistake. Try to communicate in store, buses, or everywhere you encounter Germans. Guys, and for the hören part, guys, one thing for sure. Go to YouTube and search for example hören exam under Telc. You can find a lot of videos, sample videos, and play it without using your headphones. Because guys, in the actual exam, they will be using cassettes or radios. Actually, in this part, it's only true or false, but true or false sometimes confusing, especially when they inserted something like words like nicht or not, in order you to be confused. For the schriftlichen Ausdruck or writing a letter, It's either formal or informal on brief or email. But guys, remember, if you're going to take B1 here in the Schweiz, it's for sure, it's 100% sure that you're going to write an email, not a brief. So in my time, the scenario was my friend invited me to attend their wedding. That time, I need to write or answer their email. During my exam, I was given 4 tasks, and each task I need to answer with at least 2 sentences. Tip number 2, of course, for this schreiben or writing a letter, my only tip for you is to review how you write formal or informal letter. You know how to write the Betrieb, the Anrede, the Enleitung, on especially the Schloss. As for the Betrieb, guys, if you don't know how to write a Betrieb, it's just simple. So the Betrieb is just like the subject of the email. So subject, so like for example, it's the title of the entire email. And one thing for sure, if you're going to write a Betrieb, please don't make it capital. So first letter is capital letter, and then the next is all small letters, and the last is there is no period. In writing a letter, guys, there be happy to see or to check your letter if you know how to write a correct letter. You're using connectoren like obol, das, den, weil, and so weiter. For the part 2 is mündliche Prüfung. Mündliche Prüfung is divided into 3 parts. So, Teil 1 is for the Kontaktaufnahme. Teil 2 is Gespräch über Thema. And for the Teil 3 is gemeinsam eine Aufgabe lösen. But before the mündliche Prüfung exam started, after you're gonna write a letter, so of course they will give you a break or something like a lunch break or snacks time. During that time, they will give you your partner who will be your partner in sprechen. And when you enter the room, the proofer will give you these papers, the scratch paper, the topic for Teil 1, the topic for Teil 2, the topic for Teil 3. Guys, during that time, guys, they will give you 20 minutes to read, to prepare, that they call it Vorbereitung, in order to write something or to prepare yourself in sprechen. For the Vorbereitung time, 20 minutes, I use it wisely. So for the Teil 1, Kontaktaufnahme, it is just simple, guys. So it's just like Vorstellen or self-introduction about your Name, Alter, Geburtsort, Geburtsdatum, was noch, Arbeit, hobbies, and so weiter. But of course, during this time, guys, you need to have a conversation together with your partner already. It's just like a small talk. So your partner will ask something, your information, and you answer that question. And then vice versa. Second is the Gespräch über ein Thema. And this time you'll be given a topic you and your partner will discuss and defend your topic. Like what happened last time, I got a topic that a person collecting a watch. And my partner received a topic that his topic is all about a person collecting a handy or cell phone. All you have to do is to discuss it together with your partner to tell the info of that person, your topic, like the name, the age, and the beruf. And then you're gonna need to relate it to yourself. So in meine Meinung, something like that. Or you're gonna relate it to your Heimatland or your place where you came from. And for the last part of mündliche Prüfung, die gemeinsam eine Aufgabe lösen. So in this part, it's about planning for a party, planning for a gemeinsam Ausflug, or a Essen zusammen with your Kollegen. So make a script if it's possible. my tip for you for this part is you're gonna ask question, a V question, or the B-Fragen, and then a Vorschlag. Some Beispiel, you have question, was essen wir? And then you make a Vorschlag like, essen wir zum Beispiel Pasta oder Kuchen oder Filipinisch Essen, like that. So in this part, you will be making a plan. So make sure that plan is not only for you and your partner, but please involve other persons. Some Beispiel, your classmates in your Deutsch Schule. So right, for example, you're gonna say something like this. So for the Kosten, jede Kollegin bezahlt 20 Euro. Oder you're gonna say, ich schicke unseren Kollegen ein WhatsApp-Nachricht. So guys, remember for this part, if you're gonna plan together between you and your partner alone, it's at zwei. But if you're going to plan between you, your partner, and together with other people, for example, your classmates, so that can be B1. So guys, it's additional tip guys. Before you enter the room and you're gonna say this proofer, all you have to do is to say just a simple greetings, guten Tag. Before you leave, please say just a simple thing of Wiedersehen. I think it's just simple, but I think it's a plus points for them. Guys, if you wanted to have a higher points, to got a higher points in expression, you can add ad-lib. Like during our conversation with my partner asked me, was trinken wir? Ich habe geantwortet, ich trinke alles, Wein, Fanta, Cola, aber except beer. When the proofer heard that I drink all types of drink except beer, so they're very curious why except beer. So ich habe geantwortet the proofer, except beer because ich habe allergisch mit beer. So I have an allergy with beer. So the proofer is very they laugh at me. They're very amazed with my antwort. Also, you can add ad-libs. And right, for example, after our conversation, I asked the proofer directly or personally, wie lange dauert ich bekomme diese Ergebnis or this certificate? And they try to converse me personally also, and I think it's a big help, guys. So guys, I wish you all the best, and I hope all of you will pass the B1 Prüfung exam. So if you like this video guys, please do me a favor to like, share, and subscribe. See you for my next video.